Hello everyone, this is Kyle from Via Travelers. Today we're going to be looking at the much awaited, much anticipated Carry-On Pro Roller from Peak Design, or the Peak Design Roller Pro, if you will. Now, this is something I have been waiting for a very long time. And also Peak Design has. This is 3 years in the making for this product. Can't believe it's finally here. I had been always asking, they really need to make a suitcase. They really need to make a suitcase because I love traveling with suitcases, especially when you are flying. Train travel, they have plenty of backpacks and bags that are amazing for traveling by train. And so it's finally here. I was so excited to get this. Let's check it out. This is one of the most unique products and one of the most excited I've been for a luggage or a piece of suitcase in a very long time. Okay, here's what I absolutely love. So you have this opening, which makes it a quick, easy access point that opens like a glove. It's just perfect. You have, if you zoom in, and I'll show you here in a second, you have these very, very nice, smooth clips to open, along with multiple interior compartments here. So you have this easy, like sort of drawbridge, if you will, that holds it together here to open up the main interior compartment. Okay, so overall, absolutely love the aesthetic of this bag. I'm a huge fan of the color black. This fits perfectly for me. What is really interesting about this bag in particular, love, as always with Peak Design, straps, additional clip-ons everywhere, on the tops, on the sides, and then handles to hold on the sides. Love it. But the interesting part about the bag is they basically took a hard shell and then the traditional soft shell you'd see, you know, back in the day with Samsonite. A lot of people use hard shell these days, but back in the day you'd have sort of that soft side, and they took it on both options and blended it together. So you have sort of this softer exterior, but then you have a nice finish on the exterior with leather and then hard on the bottom here. So very, very interesting concept. Peak Design absolutely nailed it with this minimalist look. Absolutely love the sleekness of it. It is smaller as a carry-on, but that's good for those shorter trips or instances where you don't need to pack too much. I will say it is heavy, a bit heavier on the heavy side due to that very, very well done base at the bottom. And then, yeah, as you can see, a minimalist little approach to the logo, as always, right here. The hybrid construction itself will include, so you have a weatherproof fabric on the exterior, 550D, and then polycarbonate on this side. So your belongings are going to be kept safe no matter the weather conditions, and then you don't have as much plastic. That's one thing with these hard shells. It's polycarbonate, polypropylene, very, very plastic heavy. I love the environmental approach here with this. You have this hybrid construction and it allows for flexibility in a number of different ways. Okay, let's go right into it here in terms of the zippers and storage. So the expandable zipper here brings the capacity of the interior from 34 liters all the way up to 39 liters just by expanding it all the way through here. And then I will show you, so then the main compartment zipper comes over through here, which I'll show you separately in just a moment. But one thing that I absolutely love is this easy to access foldable access point for your laptop. And then inside you have additional pocketing here for easy access items. This for me is a game changer because when I travel, I love easy access points for things like that passport, cell phone, wallet, you name it. So you don't have to have bulky pockets, but then you can also keep it in a safe, secure spot. When we get to the laptop compartment, we have magnetic compartment that will then allow for you to safely store it at the top, and then within the bag itself you have padding on both sides here. I'll open it up. Here it's very sturdy, so even though it's a kind of a hybrid soft shell on the outside, it doesn't totally feel like it. And then you have it sort of looks like there would be a compartment here, but there isn't. That's actually the padding itself. So there's a good liner right here in between. So for your laptop or something like an iPad or similar, you're gonna have that extra protection. So as you can see, we have a MacBook Pro here. Let's drop it in. Fits like a glove. And then if you push it down here, you hardly even know it exists. There's some flex here if you do push down, which means that though there's also some additional room for storage. So let's pack that in here, and then let's take a look at the interior. Absolutely love these holders. It makes it seamless and absolutely beautiful to use. Now on this opening latch side, you have 1, 2, 3 zippers for additional packing, and then a main packing option. It'd be great if you have packing cubes or similar. You can open this up and it does open all the way through to where I had this laptop before. You know, there's not as much room. One drawback is there's not as much room on this side. So if you like those type of carry-ons that allow for space on both ends, you don't have as much of that with this Roller Pro. A lot of the storage, you're gonna have to rely on the main compartment here on the left that I'll get to in a second. But then if you open these up, you have additional clips and straps comes with it. And then additional zippers. It's all good, very high quality. You have, no loose ends here, tied together, very strong and tight. Yeah, very well done, high quality. An interesting thing is this stop right here for the zippers. You know, sometimes I like to zip it all the way through, not a huge thing, but so the only way, you have to bring them both to the top. That does help, I guess, when you open it from this side. You can immediately start right here. Now from the other side, where you're gonna get most of your capacity out of that 34 liters I was talking about earlier, I have, for instance, the Peak Design camera cube, extra large right here, which this thing alone is also a behemoth. This is massive, has quite a bit in here, as you can see. Camera equipment. Fits nice and snug from this perspective. This is massive. Rather than showing you a bunch of my clothes you probably don't want to see, I'll show you this just to give you a sense, which is quite big and it's heavy with all this stuff in here. So fits perfect both this way, and then if you were to do it on the other side, it also fits this way if you were to ever do it like this, and then you'd have additional space. Camera cube, honestly, can be used beyond just camera equipment. I mean, it has enough storage. It's probably not the most optimal thing to use, such as, you might want to use packing cubes, obviously, but I think an underrated part about the camera cube is the fact that you can use it for other purposes. One thing that is unique though about the interior, you do have sort of this hollow interior. This is probably my biggest drawback about the bag. I do like kind of that more soft liner on the inside. This does feel like just sort of this hard, emptyless, shell, if you will. It is very, very high quality and sturdy. You can definitely tell, but it does look like there's some additional space optimization that had to be done in order to get the capacity there, because right here, as you can see, this is the handlebars right there. So there isn't much coverage. It does feel protective though, so I have less concern about that. Now in terms of the wheels themselves, everyone loves a good wheel for their suitcase. No one wants a broken wheel when you are picking up your bag. If you are checking it, this is a carry-on, so you're probably not checking it, but everything with a good roll, if you're late for your flight and you have to hurry, a good roll matters. So 70 millimeter wheels on this, very high quality from what I've tested so far, and it rolls like an absolute gem. It's perfect. Love the fact of how it rolls so far. I've tried it even a bit on the cobblestone streets of Amsterdam, and yeah, it's held up quite well so far. The next underrated component of any suitcase and luggage that is very, very important is, of course, the handle. This handle here is made out of carbon fiber. It's reminiscent of the Peak Design carbon fiber tripod. Very, very, very lightweight. So it makes kind of lifting it or even pulling it that much more seamless, right? So all the weight is basically on this end, and then it's almost like nothing on this side, which is excellent. And then also sturdy, durable locking compartment right here that looks the bill of going to fit and last a long time. No one wants that wobbly handle, right? Or the handle that degrades over time. And right here is a great example of a well done construction for this. It glides seamlessly. You don't want this to be wobbly and have that sort of get jammed over time. No one wants that jammed. Very, very seamless and easy to use. Overall, absolutely love this suitcase. This is, yeah, I couldn't say more about it. I was very excited to finally have this product. Been waiting a long time for this to come. Cannot wait to bring this on my next trip and test it out in the airport and giving it a good run for its money. A few drawbacks. I mean, it is a premium price, right? You are gonna pay, you get what you pay for though. From here on this sturdiness and also weatherproofing, really like that. The drawback too as well is with a black color. So far, if I do give this a good rub off the floor, I do have concerns about the ability for this to maintain some of that sleek color, that beautiful design that's been done so far. If you see on the back, just a couple good rubs on this, you can see kind of see a bit of everything. So one thing to kind of note with that is keep in mind when considering your options that you may see scrapes visible on these polycarbonate exterior as well as the wheels. All right, I'm gonna pack this thing up, hopefully for my next trip. No pun intended with packing this up. This is a review of Peak Design's Carry-On Pro roller. Overall, you can't go wrong with a Peak Design product. This did absolutely hit the spot and meet my expectations. I do think it's worth the price if you travel frequently and want to travel smarter and make your life easier as you are on the go. Thanks for watching. This is Kyle from Via Travelers. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you love all things travel gear and travel tips for destinations around the world. See you out there.